Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm sat here editing the last vlog, and obviously if you've watched the holiday vlogs you'll see on the end of the last one the audio was really bad, and I'm afraid it's really bad for the rest of the clips. Something's happened to my camera. I don't know whether it's got, you know, like a little bit of sand in it. I've had the odd audio issue with it in the past, but more like just a little noise in the background, nothing like the way it was. So the vlog, like the footage that we took on the way home, I can't put on because it's awful to listen to. So I thought what I'd do is I'd come on and I'll do a bit of a voiceover for the clips that we got, and I'll also, just because I did a bit of a, like, our outro at the end of, you know, when we got home and everything. I sort of told you about our trip and that, and Gracie was in it. She's not going to be in this because she's with her dad at the minute, but I need to get this video uploaded, so I'm just going to do it without her and just tell you. It's not much. I'm just going to tell you about our experience coming home, which was a little bit traumatic. And what I'll do is I'll show you the clips that I have got, and I'll either talk over them or put a bit of music over it or something. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, so anyway. And also, obviously, if this footage isn't as good as normal, I'm sorry. I'm on my phone, but to be fair, normally my phone footage is just as good as my camera, so hopefully it's okay. Anyway, let's crack on. So we started vlogging in the reception bit. Gracie had just, weirdly enough, there was some people around the pool. It was like I think it was about 7:30 in the morning. And there was some people around the pool, and Gracie gave them her flamingo, because obviously we had the flamingo. We weren't going to bring it home. So they were really grateful. She gave it to this little boy. So I always like doing that at the end of a holiday. I think it's nice. And we weighed our suitcases and it's all okay. Josh handed in the key cards, and yeah, we're ready to go. Just waiting for the coach. What I haven't told you, and this happened on the second, well, it was the day of the second vlog. It was when we went into Playa Blanca and the kids were playing in the sea, and I got a message from Tui, and basically saying that your flight home's been, well, the first bit was your flight home's been cancelled, and I was like, what? I'm gonna have to stay in Lanzarote. And they've put us on another flight. Shoved us on a Ryanair flight. Now, I've got nothing against Ryanair. I've flown with Ryanair before and everything, but when you pay your TUI prices and you pay for the service that you get from TUI, you don't expect to get shoved on a Ryanair flight. But anyway, the main annoying thing was that we lost a day, because we were meant to come home on the, was it the Monday night. I think our flight was something like 10 to 10 at night, and they changed it to 10 to 11 in the morning. So we lost like 11 hours. We lost a day, basically, because I had paid for a late room, a late checkout for the room, which I am getting back, but I'm still fighting to get that back at the minute. But so we were going to have, you know, a day around the pool or whatever, and that was going to be our last full day. So that was annoying. But that, you know, obviously I told you about, we made some friends there. They were on the same flight as us coming in. So I caught up with her later on around the pool when we got back to the hotel, and she had the same message and everything. And it was only our two families, because out of all the people that came, we were the only ones that were doing 11 days. I think all the others were doing a week. So it was only us two. So we were both sort of trying to message them, and, you know, we weren't very happy about it, basically, but what can you do? So that's that. Tried not to let it ruin it, you know. Yeah, we lost a day, but in another way it was good, because we would have been landing in Manchester at about, was it about 3 a.m. or something, 2 a.m. And obviously this way we landed at about 3 p.m. So it was much better. It meant my dad could pick us up from the airport rather than having to get no, not a train, what were we going to get, a taxi. So, you know, in some ways it was better, but it's not what we paid for. But anyway, Tui said that I had to wait until I was back in England and then file a complaint to get the late checkout fee back, which isn't great, but that's what I'm doing. But here we are 2 weeks later and I still haven't heard anything back from them. Anyway, it came to a couple of days before flying home to do your COVID tests and everything and your locator forms. That was a nightmare because we didn't have... Tui didn't actually tell us it was a Ryanair flight. Yeah, it was only because my friend Natasha, she Googled the flight number and found out it was Ryanair. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known. And on the app for Tui, or First Choice, it was still showing that, you know, our flight was going ahead. So it was all a bit weird. So we had to take it upon ourselves. We had to download the Ryanair app, put in the flight number. Then they give me the wrong email address, because it wasn't my email address with Ryanair, it was whoever Tui had used. Literally, I'd spent hours that morning trying to sort all this paperwork out, and checking in and everything wasn't as easy because we had to do it through Ryanair. It was a nightmare. I won't go into all the ins and outs, but it was hard work. You couldn't, like, I couldn't put my seat numbers on the passenger locator form because I couldn't check in because I didn't know the email and I was still waiting for Tui to get back to me. It was a nightmare. Anyway, I asked Tui about what's it called? Boarding passes. Tui said to me, "Don't worry, you won't need your boarding passes. We will check you in at the airport." Anyway, I managed to get the boarding passes sorted, luckily, because that's not right. They did want the boarding passes at the airport. Anyway, so going back, so we got on the coach, you know, and everything was okay. We sat with our friends. Gracie sat with her friend Abby. Everything was fine. Got to the airport, managed to find where we were checking in. So we queued up, and as the queue went down, I started finding my passenger locator forms, COVID tests, and what was the other thing? Vaccination records. Oh, and boarding passes. My phone wouldn't upload. There was a lady like coming out to the queue before you got to the check-in desk just to make sure you had everything. And my phone would not upload. Like, I had downloaded the files, but every time I was trying to get it up, it was just the circle of doom. And it was a nightmare. Anyway, you can't show a screenshot because some people say, oh, you should have done a screenshot, but apparently they don't. Well, in England, they weren't accepting screenshots. You had to actually go onto the actual file. Anyway, the woman come up to me and I was like, I'm having a problem here. I've got the email here that says we've done the COVID tests or the passenger locator form. I can't remember which one it was. But when I press on the file, it's not coming up. You know, is there anything you can do? And she basically said, no, if you can't get it up, you will miss your flight. And I was like, there's nothing you can do to help me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. She didn't think about anything like, oh, maybe let's see if we could email it to the airport and get them to print it or anything to help. She literally just said that. And she could see I was on my own with two kids. Well, Josh really isn't a kid, but, you know, luckily Natasha and Nige with Abby, their little girl, they had already checked in and they sort of looked after Gracie while me and Josh tried to sort this with this very unhelpful woman. But yeah, she basically just sort of said, you know, get out of the queue while you sort it and moved on to the next family, basically. We weren't the only ones having problems. But I thought, you know, what are you supposed to do in that situation? My 4G wasn't working. What can you do? Anyway, eventually, Josh managed to connect me to his hotspot on his phone. And then we managed to get the files and everything, and it was all okay. We got the luggage checked. I was a nervous wreck. But we got the luggage checked in and everything was okay. And off we went. We went through security, everything. We looked in a few shops and then we all went and had a Burger King. Luckily, because Lanzarote that day had just gone up to level 2 for the coronavirus restrictions, which means no more than 6 at a table. So luckily we all managed to just sit together. So we had a Burger King for breakfast, which was nice. Oh, there's that Lanzarote again. Yep. And then we got on the plane, flight was okay. There was a little bit of turbulence, but apart from that, the flight was okay. And then my dad, bless him, so he was on his way to the airport, and when we was like, not checking in, what's it called? You know, when you get off, going through security and that, he said, "Oh, ring me." So I rang him, and he was stuck in traffic. There had been a couple of accidents on the motorway, so he was going to be, I can't remember whether it was about an hour and a half. He was delayed anyway, so we went and got a Boots meal deal and sat and had a sandwich and that, and the time passed fairly quick. And eventually he came, and all was good. On the road we were. We got home at about, I think it was about 6:45, 6:45. So it was a long day, but we had a naughty Indian takeaway. And just chilled. Nice to see the animals again and everything. So yeah, that was it. That was our day. So we hope you enjoyed our holiday vlogs. We seem to have got a lot of new subscribers. I thought I wasn't recording then. God, that would have been a nightmare, wouldn't it, after all the rambling on. Yeah, we seem to have gained a few new subscribers since the holiday vlogs have been going up. So welcome to anyone that is new. We are actually going away again in a couple of weeks, but only somewhere in this country. So we may have a few vlogs going up then, but there's going to be a vlog coming up after this one with a little bit of it's a Gracie special, shall we say, and I think you'll be shocked, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll do a few days out and stuff, because obviously it's the summer holidays, but hope you enjoyed our holiday vlogs. We had a great time. Obviously the corona stuff was stressful before going, with Josh getting it and then coming back at the airport, but while we were there it was great, you know, and it was worth all the stress. So but yeah, so thank you for watching everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.